Здравствуйте! Вы на канале Игросклад, с вами Дмитрий, и сегодня у нас с вами в рубрике Проба пера новая игра Beyond the Steel Sky. Буквально 16 числа она вышла в Стиме. Значит, эта игра у нас, насколько я себе представляю по описанию, будет являться головоломкой. Сюжетная линия будет крутиться вокруг поиска похищенного ребенка. Нас ждут хождения, решение этих головоломок, куча, я думаю, что диалогов. Игра с субтитрами на русском языке, озвучки русской нету. Ну вот, давайте посмотрим с вами на нее, что она вообще из себя представляет.
I'd already decided it was going to be my last night in Max's village. I was sorry to be leaving, but I was restless again.
Beware! The day grows dark, and demons stalk the gap by night.
Harsh, old woman, stop your superstitious nonsense. Besides, this is the best time of day for fishing, eh, Milo?
Yes, Dad. Look, Foster! I use these broken sensors to make a fish alarm. It detects the fish before it bites.
Nice work, Milo.
Milo was just like me as a boy, and the tech skills I'd taught him would help the village after I left.
Do you really have to go, Foster? How can we ever pay you back for all you've done?
It's been my pleasure, Max. One of Anita's pies will be payment enough.
I owed the Gap folks so much. My first tribe fostered me when I was orphaned all those years ago. They taught me how to recycle tech scavenged from city dumps. Soon, I even built myself a playmate.
I'm your friend. Call me Joey.
Joey and I were always together. As I grew, I upgraded him. He became the best friend I ever had. But then...
Foster! Foster, wake up! The sensors detect a fish. It's a big one.
What the?
It was no fish.
Max, keep back! Milo!
Dad! What are they?
Max! Drop him, you...
Dad! Foster! Help me! Help me!
Milo had gone. The machine, too. But its riders had left something behind.
Max? Milo? What's happened, Foster? Where's my son? Max? Max? Oh, no! I told them there were demons stalking the dark.
The stalker that attacked us was a machine, not a demon.
Please, Foster, I don't understand. What happened?
I told Anita everything I could, though I knew very little. Max was barely conscious. I could only hope that with Anita's loving care, he would recover. As for me, I had to follow Milo and his captors immediately.
I'll bring Milo home, Anita. I promise.
Thank you, Foster. I know you will.
Dawn was breaking as I left the village. The featureless wastes of the Gap stretched away from me. Night followed day, then day dawned once more. Time lost meaning as the tracks beckoned me ever forward. Determination had long replaced sadness. Whatever it took, I would find Milo. The tracks were barely visible now, blurred by the wind. But I was sure I'd reach their destination soon. Then I saw the thing I feared the most approaching. Sandstorm. I battled forward, but now could only guess that my direction was correct. I decided to save my energy and sank into an exhausted sleep. Maybe the old woman was right. Maybe demons did stalk the gap. For as it shrieked and thundered around me, the storm brought back my nightmare once more. Union-City security was attacking. As my tribe screamed in terror, I salvaged Joey's motherboard. Taken captive, I couldn't save my village. But I survived when the security copter crashed, entering Union-City. On the run, I soon got Joey working. Upgraded yet again, he helped me overthrow the evil that ran the city. As I left, I told him to make the citizens happy. Union-City was no place for me. I wanted to be where I could do most good, helping the scattered people of the Gap. I woke to find the storm had passed. But not without finishing its cruel work. The tracks were gone. I was lost, and so, I feared, was Milo. Then, I heard them. Gang birds, scavengers, and in this wasteland, that meant only one thing: people. Despair turned to hope. I was sure that if I could find where the stalker had gone, I would find Milo. Then, in the distance, I saw a girl crouching over a body.
Так, для передвижения использовать стрелочки, а смотрите с помощью мышки. Нам наконец-то дают возможность поиграть. Но графика такая. Так, удерживайте Shift, чтобы бежать. Немножечко своеобразная, похожая на мультик. И, конечно же, 6-минутный вступительный ролик. Это круто. Мне понравилось, что достаточно медленно был текст, и можно было успеть все прочитать.
The girl was holding a device to the lifeless hand. Hey, excuse me.
Who the hell are you?
I'm searching for a vehicle that...
Ah, no! Damn birds!
Wait, I just... Whatever that device was, the bird had it now.
Увеличить по указателю, расположить предмет по центру экрана.
No way I was going to get between those birds and their feast. A corpse lay propped against a rock. The gang birds were eyeing up the corpse hungrily.
У нас есть какой-то палец. У нас есть ломик. Давайте попробуем. Ошибись.
There were few things that would scare gangs, and a crowbar was not one of them. I would need to find another solution.
Ну-ка, а если не ломик, а вот это что такое? Пирожок.
The girl had been doing something to the guy's hand. I wondered what. He'd clearly been dead for days. The logo. I'd seen it before. On the androids that had taken Milo. The girl was my only lead. I had to follow her. Union-siti. I was back. Over the years, I'd heard rumors of how the city had thrived since I'd left Joey in charge. I was finally going to see for myself.
Так. Видимо, в прошлой части, в которой я не играл, мы разбирались с этим городом. Красота. Прям процветающий городочек.
Halt!
Welcome, unregistered Gaplander.
Well, hi. And you are?
Community Welfare Droid 2CU at your service. To commence your Union-siti registration, please make your way to the immigration terminal.
That's okay, I'm not here to register. I'm looking for...
If you're looking for the immigration terminal, it's right over there. Thank you.
Ну, так. По-моему, кроме регистрации он ничего не знает.
I've never seen a droid like you.
And I've never seen a Gaplander like you.
I bet. And what is it you do?
I tell Gaplanders like you to visit the immigration terminal and register.
Let me know how that goes.
Так, ловец.
I'm looking for a vehicle that maybe came this way.
A vehicle? Well, this is a freight entrance. So, you're in the right place.
Right. I need to find a boy called Milo. He was...
What you need to find is the immigration terminal. It's right over there.
Can you help me find a missing kid?
You want to file a missing persons report? Go register.
So how do I register?
Easy. Just go to the immigration terminal and you'll get a U-chip for your temporary ID. The correct route is indicated by these signs.
Sounds easy.
It is. Without it, you won't be able to interact with any of the Minos devices in this area.
What exactly is a U-chip?
Don't they teach you Gaplanders anything? A U-chip stores your ID and personal data in a micro-implant. The immigration terminal is easy to find. What's keeping you? The correct route is indicated by these signs.
What's this Minos you mentioned?
Minos is the interconnected computer system that is everywhere and controls everything.
Everything? That sounds very similar to Link.
For the convenience of all citizens. And, word to the wise, no U-chip, no access to the Minos devices. Not even the vending machines. So go register.
Remind me how to register with Union-siti?
The immigration terminal is back there in the gardens. You want a U-chip? That's where you've got to go.
Thanks. I'll be going now.
About time, too. How can I help?
Так, нам куда-то в парк. Эта штука за нами летит?
There was a strange smell. And
Так, в любом случае нам надо получить этот чип для начала.
How can I be of assistance?
whatever it was trying to detect, I didn't have one.
Блин, дружище. Где пункт регистрации? Шофер грузовика. О, кстати, вот смотрите знаки. Это наверняка нам сюда.
I guess this was the immigration terminal.
Welcome to the Union-City registration terminal. Please place your hand below to receive your U-chip implant.
Ouch!
A U-chip had been implanted into the palm of my hand. I wasn't sure how it was going to help me.
Authorized citizen ID required. Authorized citizen ID required.
Стойте, но мы же получили паспорт.
I'd learned to think twice before just slapping my hand on something.
Так, здесь ничего нельзя найти. Паспорт гражданина. Странно, ну ладно. А вообще здесь может что-то валяться?
It was a tire or modern art. I couldn't tell which. Those birds weren't going to let me anywhere near the back of the truck. I didn't rate my chances against all of those razor-sharp beaks.
Так, ну давайте попробуем сначала поговорить с шофером.
The guy looked like he'd been out in the sun a bit too long. Smelled like it too.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Are you...
Whatever you're selling, I ain't buying.
No, I'm not selling any...
A likely story. Name's Wendell. Joe Wendell.
Nice to meet you.
That remains to be seen.
Listen, you haven't seen a child come through here, have you?
Hey, pinch something of yours.
No, he was kidnapped from a nearby village.
Oh, I see. Sorry to hear that. You're not the first I've heard talking about kids going missing in the Gap. But I've never seen any come through here. Have you asked those kids over by the playground? They've been here a lot longer than me.
What are you doing here?
Well, whilst Bruce's power cell remains as flat as a cowpat, not a whole lot.
So you're trying to get in the city?
Abso-bloomin' Trying being the operative word.
I don't want to alarm you, but there's a strange odor wafting from the back of your truck.
I don't smell out.
Really? Because it's like...
Except the splendid scent of tasty mini Ks, the finest organic knackverse the Gap has to offer.
Don't believe me? Look at those gangs. They love my knackverse. Can't chase them away.
Так, надо узнать, что это такое.
So, your truck is full of... mini knockwurst?
You betcha. Mini K, best in the Gap. Even contains some real meat. You're welcome to take a handful. Back of the truck's open, although the doors like to play silly beggars.
Oh?
Requires a special technique. Ritual, you could call it.
Ritual?
Aye. Now listen carefully. Step 1, give the bumper a wallop. Step 2, do a little jig. Step 3, pull the door and jerk it hard.
Wallop, jig, pull. That it?
That's it, lad. And remember the order.
Да, здесь, похоже, нужно будет еще и записывать что-то. А то так забудется. Так, давайте теперь узнаем про аккумулятор.
Your truck's power cell has drained.
Aye, emptier than a politician's vows. There was a sandstorm put the bridge over yonder out of action. I was told to go park for a few hours. Turned into a few days. Trying to keep the mini case cool in this heat emptied the power cell. I wasn't stingy on the aircon, mind, or the margarita blender up in the cab. A working man needs his creature comforts.
Anyway, 13.7 volts drained to naught.
And they still haven't fixed that blooming bridge.
And you've been sat here ever since?
No choice, until they send someone out to juice up Bruce's power cell. Someone competent, I mean.
The doors, they're locked shut.
Not locked, jammed. Oh, and I'm all out of lubricant.
So how can I get in?
Didn't you listen? It's a ritual. First off, give the bumper a good wallop. Then, do a little jig.
A jig?
Aye, a jig. Then pull the door hard.
Pretty technical, huh?
Have to move with the times, pal.
I'm looking for a vehicle.
Well, mate, today's your lucky day. This is a vehicle.
No, I'm looking for a special vehicle.
But Brucey is special. All he needs is his power cell and we'll be on our way.
The vehicle I'm looking for had 4 legs and no wheels.
A vehicle with legs? Think you've got bats in your belfry, mate.
Все, мы, в общем-то, вроде все узнали.
Aye.
Давайте попробуем. Где тут стукнуть по бамперу? И вот капот грузовика открыть.
There was an empty space where the power cell should have been.
Оп, не туда. Так.
Those birds weren't going to let me anywhere near the back of the truck.
Ладно, значит, придется потом разбираться с этим. Давайте посмотрим, что здесь нам говорит парень. Возможно, он, кстати, знает о чем-нибудь таком. Верстак.
A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old deflated tires.
Но мы ничего не можем сделать. Ладно, давайте с парнем пообщаемся. Цепь.
A sturdy chain tethered the roundabout to the ground.
Похоже, парень хочет, чтобы мы ему помогли. Давайте попробуем.
Hey, kid.
Hey, weird guy.
My name's not Weird Guy.
I'm Pixel. It's easy to remember because it rhymes with pickle.
So it does. I'm Foster.
I'll remember that easy because your name rhymes with fossil and you're old.
Thanks, kid. Did a vehicle come through here recently?
Maybe. How recently is recently?
Like 2 nights ago?
Oh, then definitely no. But wait, 2 nights ago? My brother, Vauxhall, he saw this giant monster.
What kind of monster?
Like a totally huge, but not real one.
Huge, but not real?
I mean, Vauxhall says it's totally huge, and Ember says it's not real.
Well, which is it?
I don't know what to believe.
Who's Vauxhall?
My brother, remember?
Can I talk to him?
I guess, but he's not as friendly or helpful as me. Real question is, will he talk to you? He's been hiding for like 2 days now. Won't speak to nobody but me.
Can you tell me where to find him? Maybe he'll talk to me.
Nuh-uh. You gotta earn that information. I don't know if I can trust you right now.
Давайте про чудище спрошу.
What's this about a giant monster?
Right, so my brother Vauxhall, like 2 nights ago, it was night time, right? And we had been playing this massive game of buzzsaws and dynamos, so I was like, wah! But, where was I?
The giant monster.
Oh yeah, right. So, later that night, he wakes me up screaming about how he saw a giant monster.
And?
That's the end of my story. Don't tell Ember I told you.
What's wrong with the roundabout?
It sucks. Stupid Mr. Hobbsworth put a chain on it. He said it was for safety, then he dropped the chain on his foot.
I'm looking for a boy about your age named Milo, who may have come through here.
You're asking the right guy. I remember every face that's come through here since I was a little kid.
Yeah? How many's that?
Like, at least 12. How recently are we talking?
Sometime over the past couple of nights.
Oh, didn't know. Haven't seen no kids.
What's wrong with Vauxhall?
Like, why is he hiding?
Yeah.
I told you, man. He thinks he saw a monster.
Will you tell me where your brother is hiding? Maybe we can help each other out with our monster problems.
Nuh-uh. You gotta earn that information. I don't know if I can trust you right now.
See you around.
Call it if you need anything.
В общем, с ним можно поговорить, видимо, используем сейчас ломик. Попробуем с ним договориться.
Push me.
Забавно. Давай еще раз. Надо все-таки вон стой поговорить с рыженькой.
Pixel reminded me of a kid I knew growing up.
Не могу
Hey,
поговорить.
me again.
Wanna push me on the swings?
Maybe later. Will you tell me where your brother is hiding?
Maybe. Yeah, okay. You done me a favor. He's hiding in a bench in the garden. I told him I wouldn't tell no one, but you seem okay.
See you around.
Okay, I'll go.
Так, скамейки в парке. Окей, но нам еще надо пообщаться с теткой.
I recognized the girl. She was the one who'd run away from me earlier. Excuse me. Hello?
You!
Me what?
You're the guy in the desert.
And you're the girl with the corpse.
Okay, first of all, that guy was dead long before I got there. And second of all, it's your fault Big Steve stole my date.
Lost your what? To who?
Do you realize how much potential trade you cost me?
Honestly, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ugh. I trade. I'm a trader. Name's Ember.
What were you doing out there in the desert with that corpse?
Mister, are you looking to trade something or what?
Trade?
Trade, you know, tech, gadgets, knickknacks from the Gap or the city. That's what I do. I collect stuff, sell stuff, trade stuff. Only, since you're interfering, let Big Steve fly off with my deet, it'll be a while before I can make proper trades again. Now, excuse me.
What's a deet?
My deet, man. DTT. Data transfer tool. Deet.
What's the deet for?
Duh, transferring data. That's what I was doing with that dead fella. Transferring his citizen ID for trading, yeah? You distracted me, and Big Steve nabbed it and flew off. Like I said, thanks.
Слушайте, вот это уже интересно. То есть мы при помощи этого прибора можем получить паспорт и спокойно зайти внутрь той кабинки, как минимум. Давайте попробуем поговорить про...
I just need to know if you've seen a missing kid come this way.
You're looking in the wrong place. Only boys around here are Pixel and Voxel, and the only thing they're missing is a few screws.
Так, теперь Большой Стив.
Who's Big Steve?
You see all these birds all over the place? Big Steve's the purple one, with a beak full of my deet.
So are you digging that guy's U-chip out of his hand?
What? No! Data transfer. I told you. I cloned his ID data onto the deet for later.
What happens later?
Well, you know, maybe someone doesn't want to be found. I do swapsies.
For a price?
Yeah.
I got a U-chip with a temporary ID from over there.
Good for you. They're free.
Can I get into the city with it?
No. And yes. And no.
Break that down for me.
No, a temp ID is so they can keep track of you around here. Won't get you inside. Yes, I could deet that corpse's ID onto a U-chip. And no, because as you well know, my deet's been eaten.
Так, и обменять.
What do you trade?
Like I said, sometimes people from outside want stuff from the inside. Sometimes people from inside want stuff from the outside. Second one doesn't happen very often since inside's got, like, everything and free. But it happens.
Suppose a guy from outside wanted to get inside.
Ah, my most popular item. Until Big Steve took my deet, that is.
That's all for now. Thanks.
Anytime. Oh wait, no. Come back if you want to talk business.
For someone with a business interest in dead bodies, she seemed pretty normal.
Так.
I hadn't seen one of these terminals in 10 years. Link. The evil behind everything that happened all those years ago. The attack on my village. The death of my mother. Nothing happened. Probably because the machine had had its innards ripped out.
Так. Слушайте, а вот где-нибудь внутри, вот в таких вот местах может что-то быть вообще? Так, кстати, вот эта штука тут летает. Так, и там наверху. Так, ладно. Сейчас единственное, что мы можем сделать... Нет, ладно, вру, не единственное пока, что мы можем сделать, это подойти пообщаться вон с тем мужиком, который стоит там, и поискать еще какую-то скамейку, в которой прячется парень. Я предлагаю для начала пойти попытаться найти справочный стол.
hologram showed a young woman in uniform.
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Welcome to Union-City. My name is Greta. It is my duty and pleasure to answer any questions you may have about Union-City and the local area. How may I help you today?
This U-chip thing, what does it do?
It allows you to interact with all the Minos devices in the area, as well as storing all your personal information.
Sounds kinda invasive.
We prefer the word transformative, sir.
So is Joey still running things around here?
He was, until just a few years ago.
That doesn't sound good. Hope he didn't screw things up.
Not at all, sir. Joey the Savior was a great leader. Citizen happiness reached unprecedented levels.
Good to hear it. I happen to be an old friend of his.
Oh, we're all friends of Joey, sir. Gone but not forgotten.
Ушел.
Is there some way I can speak to Joey?
Sadly not, sir.
Oh, you mean he's not around at all?
Gone to a better place, sir. Went to find peace after a lifetime of service. Some say he strode out into the Gap one morning. Others say he took a boat at dusk and went to explore other lands.
So who runs the city now?
The Council of Elected Ministers, of course.
A child has been kidnapped from my village.
From your village? Was the child a registered citizen of Union-City?
No, his name is Milo, and
Polite apology, Minos could only concern itself with registered citizens.
I was hoping you'd be able to help.
And isn't hope a wonderful thing? In the meantime, do you have any other queries?
I'm looking for a vehicle. Has anything come through here?
No.
You haven't seen a weird vehicle with legs instead of wheels?
Polite apology. I cannot discuss the details of other visitors' vehicular movements.
But this vehicle, it kidnapped a child.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Ну, на самом деле, ничем. Единственное, что мы поняли, что мы действительно здесь, эта машина есть. Так. Где скамейка? Вот, скамейки вижу. Так, скамейку вижу, не вижу.
I was yet to enjoy all these benefits.
Hello, Voxel.
Shh. What?
My name is Foster. I've just got a few questions. I wanted to ask you if you've seen any monsters.
How do you know about the monster?
Так.
Your brother, Pixel.
Stupid, stupid Pixel. He's so stupid. Go away.
Me again. Can we talk some more?
Hi.
I'm looking for a missing kid. He came through this way a couple of nights ago. His name is Milo. He's about Pixel's age.
And my age.
Have you seen him?
Nope, I haven't seen anything. I've been in this fortress where it's safe.
Safe from what?
The monster.
Voxel, about this monster. Truth is, I'm a monster hunter. I've been tracking a monster across the desert for days. I think he came through here, and I'm looking for someone brave enough to see it and live to tell the tale.
I saw it.
Can you describe it?
It was big and beastie, and it eats children, and I could hear the screaming, and it was fast and dark and silent.
Slow down, one thing at a time.
It was big, like a giant dog.
A giant dog? That sounds like what I'm after. Did you see any children?
No, but I heard them. I heard kids crying inside its tummy.
And where did it go?
It sneaked off into the city. After that, I got in here. No way am I gonna let it get me.
You've been in here for 2 days?
Still alive, aren't I?
This giant dog, where did you see it?
I was playing buzzsaws and dynamos with Pixel. I won, and he was really cross. Then, in the night, I woke up. It was totally dark. I'd heard this sound, like feet padding along the road, big feet. And then I heard screams, children's screams. I ran over here and hid in my fort.
And you've been in here ever since?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Any ideas on getting into the city?
People go in and out of the main gate. Are you gonna go in there and kill it?
Sure am. That's what monster hunters do best. Then I'm gonna bring Milo and the other children back out.
You will? Oh, you better take this.
Thanks. What is it?
A firecracker. I was gonna use it to kill the monster, but you can have it.
What do I do with this firecracker?
I don't know. Throw it at the monster. But cover your ears.
Ладно, в общем-то, я понял, зачем она нужна.
Hey, you got anything to eat? I'm kinda hungry.
I could keep an eye out.
Mr. Hopsworth sometimes lets me have some of his lunch. He doesn't usually know that, though.
Ah, understood.
Voxel's giant dog sounded a lot like the stalker that had taken Milo. Now I was sure that the stalker had entered the city. There had to be a way in through the main gates.
Вообще, на самом деле, все очень просто. Сейчас нам надо найти... Как он называется-то? Вот здесь стая, но у них ни у кого во рту нету вот этого вот приборчика. Блин, у них ни у кого нет приборчиков. Слушайте, а может там с той стороны? А хотя нет, мы же здесь. Да не вижу я никого с приборчиком. Вот вижу.
One particularly large and familiar bird stood out from the rest. The bird's beak looked especially vicious.
Слушайте, может быть получится взорвать, вот кинуть сейчас взрывчатку сюда, ну или как там, хлопушку, достать еды. Вот. Теперь... давайте дверной ритуал. Ударить по бамперу.
Right. Hit the bumper.
Станцевать.
These were not my best moves.
И дернуть дверь. А чё только одну мини-сосисочку можно было взять? Блин, ну ладно. Где эта большая птица? Блин. Приманить.
Come on, big fella.
The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The bird's beak looked especially vicious.
Так, большой Стив.
It was Big Steve, and it still had Ember's teeth in its beak. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. The bird's beak looked especially vicious.
А, вот сюда надо.
The bird's beak looked especially vicious.
Не понял я. Я как-то не туда иду. Причем идти я могу только вот таким образом. Здесь что-то странное очень. Короче, я что-то испортил. Блинский. Так, и чё, я вот профукал сосисочку. Ладно, давайте, пока он там летает, попробуем с механиком пообщаться.
Excuse me.
Oh, hello, visitor.
What's up with your ball art? Maybe I can help.
You?
Sure.
Hey, listen, Mr. Gaplander. It's totally cute that you want to help. But this mechanism's a teeny bit more advanced than what you're used to.
You'd be surprised. I'm pretty handy with these sorts of things.
Sorry, got to get back to this bollard. It ain't gonna fix itself.
One of the posts was jammed. I called upon my extensive background in engineering.
Well, hey! It's working! Hey, we fixed it!
Yeah, piece of cake.
Dude, council sure is shining in my direction today. Do you know how many times I've scanned this thing? The last scan must have done the trick. You see, I'm the diagnostician and tech expert around here. Name's Hobsworth. What can I do for you?
How are things going with Wendell's power cell?
It's in my office.
But how long until it's charged?
It's hard to say, but it's on my list.
I'm looking for a vehicle that might have passed this way.
What kind of vehicle? Maybe I can help.
Well, I didn't get a good look, but I know it has 4 giant legs.
Legs? Word to the wise man. Vehicles have wheels. Whoa, that doesn't sound like any vehicle I've ever heard of. And I've got more magazines under my bed than you can even imagine.
Tell me about Joey.
Praise Joey. Not a day goes by where I don't thank him for the happiness and prosperity he brought to Union-City.
Joey and I go way back. We must be talking about the same one.
Well, it depends. Our Joey was kind, benevolent, generous, firm, resolute, moral, he's magnanimous, proactive, and a friend to all citizens alike. Does that sound like your Joey?
My Joey was more of a sarcastic pain in the... But he was my best friend. Any updates on Wendell's power cell?
Not yet, but I'll get onto it soon.
So what's your deal, Hobbsworth?
I am a diagnostician for the Ministry of Comfort.
And what exactly does a diagnostician do?
I find problems.
And fix them?
No, I just diagnose them. Minos fixes them.
This may sound like a stupid question, but how do I actually get into the city?
Well, first thing would be to head over to the city gates.
Yes?
If you got a valid ID, and just scan your U-chip, and the bridge will open.
Valid for what?
Now, that is the stupid question. You need a vehicle to get through the big doors there. If you have transport clearance, like that old fella with the smelly truck, you just drive up, scan your ID, and roll right onto the elevator down to the cargo bay.
See you around, Hobbsworth.
Oh, before I forget, I really appreciate your patience back there when I was fixing the bridge. Let me thank you properly. Give me your hand.
Okay.
There you go. Your kudos just got a boost.
Thanks, I think.
Keep a smile on your face.
Так. В общем-то, все понятно, что нужно сделать. Нужно разобраться с зарядкой аккумулятора, договориться с чуваком, чтобы он меня провез внутрь вместе с собой, и при этом мне нужно отобрать эту штуковину у птицы, чтобы... Блин.
Come on, big fella. The bird wasn't going to give up Ember's deed without a fight. The bird's beak looked especially vicious.
Блинский, а? Давайте еще раз.
Come on, big fella. The bird's beak looked especially vicious. Bird's beak looked especially vicious.
Так, все, по-моему, непонятно.
The gang was too distracted.
Блинский, ладно. Сейчас попробую приманить и куда-нибудь его утащить, что ли, не знаю. Слушайте.
Come on, big fella.
The bird's beak looked especially vicious.
Так, попробуем. Земля, земля, земля. А может быть, можно в какой-нибудь... О, водопад.
There was something strange about the water. And there was an unmistakable smell of ozone. Up close, I could see the water was holographically concealing an electric fence.
Так, можно попробовать еще во что-то кинуть.
Come on, big fella.
Так, ладно. А эта штука вообще за мной бежит? Нет, я ей нафиг не нужен. Слушайте, а вот сюда можно кинуть? Все-таки, мне кажется, надо было как-то в водопад зашвырнуть. Отлично. Так, теперь он хочет что-то пожрать. Давайте посмотрим, что есть пожрать. И что такое вообще? Фотоархив 0. Министерство стремлений, Министерство благополучия, безопасности, комфорта. Понятно, такой себе. Так, ладно, давайте попробуем все-таки узнать, может быть, он будет эту сосиску есть.
How can I be of assistance?
Me again. Can we talk some more?
Hi.
What's this about a sandwich?
Mr. Hobsworth always brings sandwiches from the city. They're so good. He's usually got one or two in his hut.
Should I ask Mr. Hobsworth if he wants to share?
No, don't do that. He likes sharing best when he doesn't know about it.
See you around.
Так, мистер Хобсворт отлично делится, если не знает. Но это не наш мистер Хобсворт, да? Да, это Вендел. Ну, попробуем тогда сейчас сначала с паспортом разобраться.
Amber.
Hi again.
Guess what I found?
A lot of nerve coming back here.
Nope. This.
What? My deed? I'll have that.
Sure, but how about I give you the deed in exchange for the citizen ID that's on it?
The deed for the ID, but
You wouldn't have it back if it weren't for me.
it wouldn't have been stolen if it weren't for you.
So we're even.
I suppose that's sort of fair.
Excellent. When do we start?
Have you got a U-chip?
Yes. My hand is still stinging.
Right then, let's get this over with, yeah? Pass me back my deed, Follow me over to my workbench.
Ember's deed had a citizen ID stored on it.
Так, идем к верстаку.
A makeshift workbench had been set up. Its structural integrity seemed over-reliant on some old deflated tires.
You ready to do this?
I'm not entirely sure what this is.
You want that citizen's ID, right?
Yeah. What do I need to do?
Cool. Just place your hand flat on the U-chip scanner. Over here on my workbench.
Like this?
Yeah, good enough. Let me just line up the laser. Oi, keep your hand still or you'll lose it.
Is this gonna hurt?
No more than getting the chip installed in the first place. Right, just transferring the ID now. You may feel a slight pinch. What was that?
That wasn't supposed to happen?
There it is again. Must be... nothing. It must be nothing. Looks like his name was Graham. A fine, upstanding citizen.
Graham. Got it.
Good luck, citizen Graham.
At last I had a citizen ID. I hoped that this was going to be my key to getting into the city.
Ну что ж, у нас здесь с вами изначального осталось невыполненных пока парочку заданий. Давайте мы сейчас попробуем все-таки сходить в... как он называется-то? Вот в то окошечко мы вроде как его открыть можем теперь.
Graham's ID was finally starting to get me places.
Так, сломанный аккумулятор.
The power cell was completely wrecked.
Что еще? О, сэндвич.
The console seemed specialized.
Так,
power cell was completely wrecked.
Вообще ни на что не влияет, по-моему. Какой-то мы сканер нашли. Сейчас сэндвич отдадим.
Me again. Can we talk some more?
Hi.
Food delivery for Mr. Voxel.
Oh, yes. One of Hobsworth's city singers. Do you want my crusts?
You eat them. Warriors need their strength. Did anyone else see the dog?
I don't think so. No one believes it even exists. But you do, don't you? You believe me?
Don't worry, Voxel. I'm on the hunt. Bye.
Так, но на самом деле, видимо, сэндвич могли и не отдавать. Насчет аккумулятора тоже пока непонятно. Но этот вопрос мы будем решать с вами, наверное, в следующей серии. Если вам понравилась эта игра, то пишите об этом в комментариях, ставьте лайки, и тогда у нас выйдет уже продолжение. Ну а на этом я буду заканчивать эту серию. Спасибо, что смотрели. До следующих серий. Пока.